Many operations fail to improve because they're waiting for a massive overhaul that never comes. While they wait for the perfect system, tiny, unresolved problems continue to pile up and slow the work down. This is Kaizen, change for the better. Improvement is a relentless daily habit performed by everyone rather than an occasional event led by experts. Many small steps taken by the people doing the work creates compounding momentum. To build that momentum, you will execute one complete improvement cycle on your next shift. We're moving past theory to fix a specific, localized task. When you stop waiting for a single, perfect fix from the head office, the team's small ideas become the primary engine of progress. This shift in focus gives the crew direct control over the daily obstacles that used to be just the way it is. This process begins at the gemba, the real place where the work happens. You cannot lead improvement from a desk. You have to be at the work face, where the value is actually created. Stand and watch a routine task with fresh eyes. You are hunting for waste, any effort, time, or cost that the customer didn't ask for and would never pay for. This checklist identifies 8 types of waste: moving materials, stacking excess inventory, or making workers search for tools are targets for removal. Reports tidy up the truth. To find real problems, look, listen, feel, and smell for abnormalities, like a whining bearing, while they're fixable. For example, if a worker walks to a distant tool store 10 times a shift, that is 10 instances of motion waste. It is a measurable loss of time that adds 0 value to the end product. Waste becomes invisible when it is accepted as normal. Formally naming the waste using the checklist is the first step towards destroying it. Re-cleaning a spill or restarting a stalled machine gets you through the hour, but ignores the structural flaw. If you only clear the symptom, you are guaranteed to repeat the exact same work tomorrow. To find a permanent fix, use the 5 whys. By asking why 5 times in a row, each answer leads you deeper until you reach a cause you can actually influence. Think of recurring breakdowns like an iceberg. The visible symptom is tezbatep. Structural causes are hidden beneath the surface. Follow the ladder down. The conveyor tripped because a chute jammed, because material built up, because a setting was never reviewed. Treating the symptom only buys a day of peace. Fixing that unreviewed setting at the bottom of the chain permanently upgrades the baseline of your operation. Once you have a solution, the biggest risk is rolling it out across the entire facility all at once. Even a well-intentioned idea can introduce a new hidden hazard if it isn't tested first. The plan, do, check, act cycle provides the discipline to validate your ideas without risking the whole operation. In the plan phase, define exactly what change you'll make and expected results. During the do phase, test the idea on just one machine, ensuring mistakes are cheap. Then, check. Measure the results honestly against your plan to see if the idea actually worked. Finally, you act. If the data proves the gain, you make it the new standard. If it didn't work, you learn from the result, adjust the plan, and go round the cycle again. True improvement is built on measured evidence, not instinct. Testing small allows you to fail cheaply and scale proven ideas safely. Improvements naturally decay. Without a deliberate effort to hold the new ground, the pressure of the shift will eventually push the crew back to their old familiar habits. Standardization is the mechanism that prevents this slide. It turns a good day into the permanent, expected way of working. Think of the standard as this wedge. It physically locks in the gain, providing firm ground for the next improvement. To work, standards must be documented, the team trained, and visually obvious on the floor, so any drift is immediately noticeable. A successful standard allows a leader to walk past a workstation and verify visual compliance in seconds without needing to check a report. Without this discipline, the entire improvement cycle is wasted effort. Standardization is what transforms a temporary fix into a permanent evolution. You've now seen the full workflow, identifying waste at the gemba, finding the root cause, testing the fix small, and locking in the gain. This process didn't require a massive budget or outside specialists. It only required a leader willing to look at a routine task and ask if there is a better way. Reject the idea that current standards are the final word. The operations that pull ahead are the ones where everyone refuses to accept that today's way is the only way. Return to the gemba tomorrow. Ask your team what is getting in their way. Pick one idea and restart the cycle.